Welcome to Whole and Healthy Cooking with Chef Val. Hi, I'm Chef Valerie Wilson. I've been teaching healthy whole foods cooking classes since 1997. All my recipes are vegan and they're based in macrobiotic principles. You can find out about all the services that I offer on my website, macroval.com. Today, I wanted to show you the golden beet. So, do you like red beets? I love them. I love red beets. I have them in many of my recipes. In fact, you can watch the red beet and cauliflower salad video and you'll get that recipe. However, a lot of my students throughout the years have said things like, I don't like beets. They taste like dirt. And that's kind of funny to me because then I wonder when the last time is that they tasted dirt. But I get it. Not everybody likes every single vegetable. So whether you're a fan of red beets or maybe you're not a fan of red beets, the golden beet has less of that earthy flavor to it. So some people like golden beets that don't like red beets. So when you go to the grocery store, this is what you're looking for. I have peeled a part of it just to get started, but this is what it looks like in the store with the peel on it. Now, if you're lucky enough to find your beets with the greens attached, make sure you buy them that way because when the greens are attached, that means that the vegetable is fresher. It hasn't been in the store as long because those greens will wilt and go bad quickly. So if the greens are still attached, your vegetables are fresher. So you bring them home. I always cut the greens off. Sometimes I make beet chips with them or use them in other recipes. And then you wash the root part of it. And I'm actually going to use this golden beet in a vegetable stew today. So make sure you watch that video, vegetable stew, later on, and you'll get that recipe. But let's work with the golden beet first. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to peel the beet. So I've already started peeling the beet just to save on time. I got half of it peeled, half of it not peeled. And unlike the red beets, when you work with red beets, they make such a mess. They get red all over the place. The golden beet, it's this beautiful golden color. Right? And it doesn't make a mess as the red beets. So some people, that's another reason why they actually like the golden beet a little more because it doesn't get that red juice all over the place. So now we're going to chop the golden beet and get it ready for our stew. Now remember, whenever you cut vegetables, the first thing you do is you put water on your cutting board, fills in the pores of the wood, so your cutting board doesn't absorb the color and the odor of the vegetable you're chopping. So my cutting board never smells like onions or garlic, and it's not going to turn yellow or from the beet or orange from a carrot or sweet potatoes. The cutting board always stays nice this way. So with the golden beet, we're going to cut off both ends and get rid of those because we don't need to use those ends. And when you chop a vegetable and it's going to go into a stew like this, you want all the pieces to be relatively the same size. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to chop it in half so it's smaller to work with. And then I'm going to lay it flat. And then I'm going to cut it in slices. Whoops, it kind of stuck to the knife like so. And then for a stew, I think we can have like a medium-sized chunk. We don't want it really small. If I was going to put this in a soup, I would chop it smaller. But for my stew, I got these pieces here. I'm going to try and make all the pieces relatively the same size so that they all cook at the same amount of time. That's always best for a stew. Now, beets are fantastic for your blood, really high in fiber. They're great for your heart. Contain potassium, contain iron, really high in fiber. Again, I'm just chopping the golden beet like so. Now, the difference between the red beet and the yellow beet is this beautiful yellow color makes the yellow beets actually higher in vitamin C. This beautiful yellow color, that's the vitamin C that is in the beet. I'll show you a close-up here of what the chopped beets look like. Also contain vitamin B6 and antioxidants. Antioxidants are important so that your body can fight off diseases. And that is found abundantly in both the red beet and the golden beet. So when the golden beets get cooked up, they are slightly sweet, and they don't have, like, again, as strong earthy flavor as the red beets do. Another great thing you can do with golden beets is you can roast them. You know, put them on a cookie tray and olive oil and sea salt and just bake them in the oven and roast them. Roasted golden beets are delicious. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today to learn about golden beets. I hope that the next time you're at the grocery store, you pick some up, bring them home, and make a vegetable stew with them. Remember, your journey to eating healthy begins with one small step. Let's make that small step golden beets.